Print Northwest uses a computer-based time clock system for hourly employees. It's your responsibility to accurately record hours worked. Every hourly employee must properly record the time worked, all breaks and lunches using Paylocity WebTime. If you miss a punch, you are required to notify your supervisor or manager immediately. Locate one of the 10 kiosks throughout the plant. Each computer has a sign showing it's a Paylocity WebTime Kiosk. Your 6-digit WebTime badge number is your numerical birthday. 2 numbers for the month, then 2 for the day, then 2 for the year. These 6 numbers combine in sequence to make up your badge number. For example, if you were born September 15, 1975, then your badge number is 09 for September, 15 for the day of the month, and 75 for the year, making it 91575. Log in with your 6-digit badge number. Do not punch in or out for other employees, as this is considered time theft. The web camera at each kiosk will capture and record your image at the time of login to ensure it's you punching in or out. After login, you will see your name and employee information along the top. The middle section contains a running clock and buttons to punch in or out for the day, take breaks, and lunches. To start your shift, click the orange clock in button. If you have a specific message for human resources regarding this punch, fill in the notes field, but normally this is left blank. Do not use this box to communicate important or general messages to your manager. When finished, click the orange logout button or walk away from the kiosk. It will log out after a few seconds. Now we'll cover how paid breaks work. You are allowed to take a paid 10-minute break after 2 or 3 hours of working. Generally, most normal shifts will include a 10-minute break after 2 or 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours later, an unpaid 30-minute lunch. After another 2 or 3 hours of work in the second half of your shift, another paid 10-minute break is allowed. For any break that exceeds 10 minutes, WebTime will automatically not pay you for each minute over the 10. For 10-minute paid breaks, log into the kiosk and click Start Break. You can also clock out for the day at this point if you leave early without taking a break. At the end of any of your paid 10-minute breaks, log into WebTime and click the End Break button on the control panel. Then log out or wait a few minutes and the system will log you out automatically. To take a 30-minute unpaid lunch, click the Start Lunch button. After your lunch is over, log into the kiosk and click End Lunch. To the right of the time clock is the most recent punch history showing the last few punches made. The timesheet shows total hours worked week to date. Do not insert comments regarding your punches or time card in this box. These comments are not read by human resources or your manager. Instead, use the notes field previously discussed when punching in or out for the important communications about your punches. The bottom left section shows your schedule in a day, week, or month view. If your manager has assigned you a specific schedule to work or you have time off, it will show here. The bottom right section shows the time off area where you can request paid or unpaid time off. In this example, I'm requesting time off for a single day on December 24 for 8 hours total. Use the pull down to select the type. Choose single day, start time and date, and enter the time as your normal shift starts. Enter the total number of hours you want off. Enter a note reason for the request, and hit the Submit button request. Your manager will review and approve or deny the request. Here I'm entering a PTO request for time off in the past since I called in sick. In this example, I need 8 hours for previous day in the current active pay period. Once payroll has closed the pay period, you cannot enter a paid time off request for a date in the closed period. Payroll closes every other Monday before your Friday paychecks. You have until that Sunday night before to enter in any PTO requests for the current period. If you don't, you will not receive PTO on the next check. As before, enter in the start date, shift start time, total hours requested, and notes indicating what and why are you requesting this PTO. Under the month view on the schedule, all of the PTO requests appear after they are entered. You can see what days are requested off. Use the buttons in the upper right section to change the view from day to week or month. Use the navigation buttons to move through the timeline. The lower right-hand screen shows your time off section, which contains the request form, current status, and PTO balances. Click on the status button to view all pending requests. Here you can delete a pending request if you change your mind or something happens.